Welcome to today's headlines. Jubilation has appeal court ruling on Nnamdi Kanu re-energizes Awka. Jubilation has appeal court ruling on Nnamdi Kanu re-energizes Awka. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. The Anambra State capital, Awka, went wild in jubilation over the news of Nnamdi Kanu's discharge of terrorism charges by the Court of Appeal. The same level of euphoria was evident at Amobial and Unizik junctions in Awka, following the transitory victory of the hip-hop strongman. For a moment, Awka seemed to have become the epicenter of the celebrations, even though the hip-hop leader was still being kept behind bars illegally. The jubilations were rife at Unizik Junction, where motorists were dancing the evening away while taking alcoholic beverages being provided freely by the happy celebrant. When Comrade Michael Uwekenta, the leader of Awka chapter of hip hop, took to his car-top to cheer up and greet the ecstatic population, he could hardly be heard as his audience was too excited and loud to lend their ears. But the hip-hop leader had many important things to share with his supporters. No one was ready to listen to his call upon them for increased support because the legal battle was far from over. For example, whether or not there was a difference between discharge and acquittal did not matter to anyone of the crowd turned revelers. To the surprise of many, the audience froze to a momentary silence when a man endowed with a natural loudspeaker lodged on another man's shoulders. The small but loud man petitioned the hip-hop leader to tell the audience what he was going to do about the killing of late Chidozie Okafor, Mr. Theophilus Amadi, and Dr. Chike Akunyili. All of them were murdered in the region by some unknown gunmen. The man particularly shed tears when he told the loud audience how Dr. Chike Akunyili was murdered. The man recalled how Dr. Chike Akunyili was murdered on his way returning from an event where he said Dr. Chike had gone to receive the posthumous award of excellence for his late wife, Dora Akunyili. The Anambra State capital, Awka, went wild in jubilation over the news of Nnamdi Kanu's discharge of terrorism charges by the Court of Appeal. The same level of euphoria was evident at Amobial and Unizik junctions in Awka, following the transitory victory of the hip-hop strongman. For a moment, Awka seemed to have been the epicenter of the celebrations, even though the IPOB leader was still being kept behind bars illegally. The jubilations will arrive at Unizik Junction, where motorists were dancing the evening away while taking alcoholic beverages being provided freely by the happy celebrant. When Comrade Michael Nkwekenta, the leader of Volca chapter of IPOB, took to his catwalk to cheer up and greet the ecstatic population, he could hardly be heard as his audience was too excited and loud to lend their ears. But the IPOB leader had many important things to share with his supporters. No one was ready to listen to his call upon them for increased support because the legal battle was far from over. For example, whether or not there was a difference between discharge and acquittal did not matter to anyone of the crowd turned revelers. To the surprise of many, the audience froze to a momentary silence when a man endowed with a natural loudspeaker hoisted on another man's shoulders. The small but loud man petitioned the IPOB leader to tell the audience what he was going to do about the killing of late Chidozie Okafor, Mr. Theophilus Amadil and Dr. Chike Akunyili. All of them were murdered in the regions by some unknown gunmen. The man particularly shed tears when he told the loud audience how Dr. Akunyili was murdered. The man recalled how Dr. Akunyili was murdered on his way, returning from an event where he said Dr. Chike had gone to receive the posthumous Award of Excellence for his late wife, Dora Akunyili. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.